I want to try to bring some Annie Potts to this role. Janine from Ghostbusters, but I don't know if I could get that voice just right. But I'm gonna try.
Ghostbusters.
You could
Ghostbusters.
You can totally embody the spirit of Annie Potts.
Well, we're supposed to be goofing around, having a good time, shooting the breeze, goofing. We had a bit going earlier. Oh, it was like, what if we did the whole show in ominous, spooky style?
Very spooky.
But that wouldn't work with Annie Potts.
Things are spooky around here. Oh my goodness.
I would like to roll a d20 to punch the bad guy.
No offense, but Annie Potts sounds a little bit like Jerry Lewis.
It totally doesn't. Let's not do that.
Jerry Lewis was a New Jersey type guy, right?
Yeah, he had that voice. Lady.
Everybody from New Jersey sounds like that.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Tony Soprano, he's like, hey, what's going on, lady?
Cannot get the shoe on your fat foot. So I've decided my character's name. Tell me if this is way out of the paradigm, out of the theme and the mood. I've decided to name her Penelope Margarine.
Perfect.
Are food names allowed in your universe?
I allowed Thickwhistle, so I say.
Ah, yes, the classic Thickwhistle.
I slick Thickwhistle to you.
What kind of food would Thickwhistle make?
Chia seeds.
Chia seed pudding.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Try it. Slick Thickwhistle's chia seed pudding.
Yeah, Ash, this is technically like a spooky, serious horror game, but so far our sessions tend to be pretty goofy, so don't worry too much about it. It's going to be more like if the cast of Scooby-Doo was thrown into like an actual horror movie and then came out on top anyway.
Even in my, when I'm making, writing my own horror stories with, all kinds of gore and scary monsters, always someone with a ridiculous name. So
yeah,
that suits me perfect. So
that's great. Well, this show canonically had Farley Narts in season 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Farley Narts, of course, being an anagram for gnarly farts.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I had my suspicions.
Not an anagram. Shit. What is it? Analog?
Spoonerism.
Spoonerism.
It's fine. I have trouble with that word too.
I have trouble with particularly.
That's a tough one. It's hard to say particularly when you gotta move your tongue around the tubes.
You sure do. I've always said that.
Slick talks like he's on his tiptoes reaching at a top shelf and might tumble over at any minute. Like he's overextended. I love it.
It's not terribly inaccurate, you know.
Folks, this is kind of a relaxed Shattered Worlds hang this week. So, once again, I'm Jeff. With me is Kristy.
Hello.
Jayme.
Hello.
Ash is slowly working their way to the mic. Just got to put on their headphones. What's up, Ash? Say hi to the people.
Hi, people. My wife had come home, so I was checking them.
Oh, good.
I'm back. Yeah.
We love to see that kind of spousal intimacy in a non-sexy way. I mean, like, you love to see that exists, but you don't want to see it.
Well,
usually.
I mean, maybe you do, but this isn't that kind of show.
Right.
Partly because it's a podcast.
Yes, folks, we're getting an eyeful, but you're getting none of it.
We're kind of teasing you. Sorry.
It's audio edging. Is that how edging works? You see something, but you can't. You hearing it? I guess I've never done it right.
I'll tell you later, Jeff.
See, when a bee and a flower love each other very much.
I'm listening.
Well, then the bee gets pollen all over his legs.
Mhm.
And then he looks really silly, like he's got little, like, 80s leg warmers on.
Yeah, exactly. And then babies.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Also, bees are really cute.
Yeah, we are.
Hey, Sako.
Hello, Sako.
Hi, guys.
Yay.
Hey, this is fantastic. We have already started recording, so I can cut it out, but anything we need to discuss before we begin?
None that I can think of, no.
Okay. If you have anything
Other
personal,
than-
we can talk about it after then, I guess.
We can talk about it after, yeah, absolutely.
Do you still
Sako's
have
in the
your
Glasses Club. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, Glasses Club.
Oh, shit.
Peer pressure, peer pressure.
Sako, I'm not wearing my glasses through the whole episode. Do you mind if I take a screenshot of Glasses Club? Okay. You can't all do the same thing or it'll look cheesy. So you gotta.
Oh, come on.
Got it.
I'm pretty sure that's worse than the last one. So
Probably, yes.
Can do a side by side. So Sako has joined us. Say hi, Sako.
Hi, Sako.
Sako, do you remember, do you still have your character sheet? And do you remember who you were playing from the last Lucid City game? I remember you were like an EMT.
Not on hand.
Okay. Let's see. I will drop a character sheet in there for you.
Okay, that would be awesome.
This is kind of a relaxed fit episode. We're not under any pressure to be funny or interesting. We're just gonna let the game take us along. And
Okay.
if it gets
Okay.
spooky, that's fine. If it gets a little hair raising, we'll get through
I'm
it
in.
together.
Yeah.
Okay, Sako, there you go.
Thank you.
So this is a D20 roll under game. So you'll need a single D20 and that's it for dice. It's spooky. It's not going to get super grotesque or anything. But as always, if something skeeves you out as opposed to spooking at your character, just let me know and we can rewind it and delete the bad stuff. And other than that,
SA is a no-go.
Yep.
Ooh. Before you rattle off yours, let me refresh the listener. We haven't done this in a while. Our lines and veils. So our lines and veils have been up till this point, and let me know if you need to add anything. Our sexual assault, slavery, hyper violence, children in peril. Am I missing anything?
I think that all sounds legit.
And our veils are poop stuff, and I guess porn. We're
pushing it with the fart jokes.
Yeah, we rarely
Pushing it
porn
with
out
the-
on this here show. If you want that, go play Mass Effect or one of those other games that lets you date aliens.
Cyberpunk.
Yes. All right, but this game we're playing today, it's called Lucid City. Jayme's going to run us through it. Jayme, let's go. Oh, by the way, if you need to stop the show, just say X or a red card, and then do this with your hands or put an X in the chat. And if you're loving something, put a big circle or a heart, and that'll be like keep the scene moving, let whoever's doing it continue because it's awesome kind of thing. Okay, Jayme, take it away from here.
Yeah, and just in case I'm like looking at my notes and don't see like somebody yell Jayme if I don't notice an X being dropped. Just be like, hey Jayme, the next. So we're playing tonight Lucid City. You were all once normal folks who realize that reality is not what it seems, and there's no clear consensus about what's really going on. Some might think that you're in a dream or a simulation or whatever the case, though. You have discovered that you have the ability to alter the world around you, temporarily taking control of reality at great personal risk. And in game terms, it just means you raise your doom a notch and then kind of take over GMing for a minute to just freely add details, mess around, massively hurt an opponent, whatever you like.
Ooh.
And I think most of you have solved some cases for folks before. I believe last time it was a city park with a fey jerk or two in the woods. How about we real quick go around and everyone can introduce their character, starting with Jeff. Tell us about who you're playing.
I'll be playing Sammy Brasswell. He's a lonely, romantic newsstand owner. He's in his 60s. He's got a tall shock of gray hair and a bad hip. He would die for the truth, and what tempts him is romance.
Ooh.
Also, he's a recent widower. His kids are out of the house.
Alrighty. Kristy.
I will be playing Slick Thickwhistle. He is a possible former PI. In real life, he's in a coma. He can't remember much beyond being whacked upside the head. He has a business card in his pocket that reads Slick Thickwhistle, Gumshoe Detective, and 2 very old sticks of extra minty gum. He's squat, crusty, and he's an older man with thin wisps of silver hair, a round face, and a slightly strawberried nose. He's a constant case of 5 o'clock shadow and salt and pepper scruff. I can't talk. Spent too long trying to talk like Slick. On his head is a crumpled fedora, extensively worn, with a sad little feather of a long dead bird tucked into its band. He also wears a dark tan trench coat, which inexplicably seems to be perpetually rain-soaked. And that's over a pair of blue striped pajamas and plush house slippers. He would die for a banana split, and he would be tempted by fancy French cigarettes like Gitans or Galois.
Wow.
Awesome. Ash, would you like to tell me about your character?
Why don't we go to Sako? Because I can't follow that. I don't want to follow that.
Okay, I'm gonna pull some magical stuff out of my butt. I am playing Geraldine Jeri Haverton. She is 5 foot, 115 pounds, short hair, brown with like blonde highlights. And she happens to be of Asian American heritage, despite her European name. And let's see, what would you die for? She would die for a banana split.
Oh no.
And what tempts you? A banana split.
That's an excellent choice.
And she talks kind of like this.
That's a beautiful voice.
Oh, why, thank you.
You know, I'm not going to finish my banana split. I guess I'll just throw it out. She just drops dead. No!
No.
Why?
So I could just go over the rules real quick to give you. Does that sound good?
Yeah, let's
Yes.
let Ash's character
Okay,
be
I'm ready.
mysterious for a minute.
Oh, you're ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay,
let's hear it.
this mystery is about to be solved. Our first one.
I'm Penelope Margarine. I'm a librarian. She is 5'5", 5'6", wears her brown hair in a bun held in place with various pencils and pens. Many scarves, and it's impossible to know how many. Various homemadedness, crocheted wool, cardigan sweater, a poodle skirt, maybe like not maybe a poodle skirt, but a similar, went out with a poodle on it, but a sort of that same sort of general vibe. And nurse shoes.
Wing skirt.
Yeah, a wing skirt. Thank you. And she would die for an autographed copy of Ulysses by James Joyce. And what tempts her is verboten knowledge.
Ooh.
Verboten.
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 Oh, was that die for an autographed copy of Ulysses by James Joyce? Or what was the tempted again?
Verboten knowledge.
Verboten.
Verboten knowledge was my name in porn. I
was
purely
just
said that just to make Ash spit. Sorry, what was that, Sako?
I'm sorry, I'm too busy laughing at the spit take. Oh, and I'm an EMT. You should all know that.
Yeah.
Nice. So real quick rundown of the rules. Let's see here. This is a D20 roll under system. It's blackjack style. So you want to roll high, but not over the corresponding skill. And you really don't want to roll too low, because if it's equal or under your doom score, which should rise throughout the game, terrible, terrible things happen. In D&D terms, doom is sort of like a rising range of critical failure that slowly engulfs you. Meanwhile, luck are sort of equivalent to hit points, and that they keep you safe for a while. You can also spend luck to roll again, and take the better of the two rolls. That's called a nudge. And that's about it. We can just go through the game and I'll shout out random rolls at you as things are trying to kill you.
Can you only nudge the once per roll?
Yes.
Okay.
And then some rolls are going to be tilted, which is sort of like rolling at disadvantage. You take the worst of the two. I'll let you know when that happens. And finally, the most important rule is, of course, altering, where you willingly raise your doom by 1 point to take over sort of game mastering for a while, to add details, delete things you don't like, warp the world. This is real. All right. Any questions before we
That's
begin?
so cool. Oh, it's just so cool.
Thank you. So we begin at the Broken Kettle Cafe. This is one of your favorite hangouts. And as of late, it's been a place to meet people who have sort of heard through the grapevine that you four are special. You can help people in trouble, especially people whose stories and troubles don't quite make sense to most people who hear them. I don't think so.
Sorry, guys. I sent Jayme a secret message.
Oh, that's a secret? Oh, here I am talking.
and he put the kibosh on it. But it's a good one.
Yeah.
That'll be mystery number 2.
Mm-hmm. You are here to meet a young woman by the name of Celeste. Perhaps she's a relative, a friend. She has sent you notice that she needs your help. She isn't quite there yet, which will give you all a chance to place an order in this lovely Greasy Spoon Cafe. What would you all like?
A banana split.
Do they have ice cream?
The waiter looks completely beside himself and he says, "There are freezers on the fritz. There is no ice cream today."
Oh,
Your
man.
freezer's on the fritz. I bet I could take a look at it. I'm pretty handy with Oh, geez. Are you okay, Jeri?
No. We're heartbroken. Can't you tell?
I've never seen you like this, Jeri.
What are you talking about? I'm like this all the time.
Oh, you seemed particularly overcome.
I am. My heart is broken.
Maybe we can go down to the zoo or the amusement park and get you one. They're probably open. There's that guy that pushes a cart that's got ice cream. It's not as many flavors, obviously, but pretty good.
Oh, putting pig Sako.
How about
What?
Penelope Margarine? What would she like to order?
I would like a chamomile tea with some sugar cubes, please, and a piece of plain toast with butter on the side.
That's a pretty good idea. Do you have bananas?
Yeah, we got some bananas.
Okay, what about chocolate sauce?
Yeah.
I like where this is going.
Do you have sprinkles?
Yeah.
Whipped cream?
No, sadly.
What about cream?
We do.
Okay.
You have cream and sugar. If you have cream and sugar, you can mix it together and whip it real fast. Yeah, whipped cream.
Yep.
The
Yep.
waiter starts taking notes. Like this is the first time he's heard this.
Now, you could also put all these ingredients into a blender and you'd have something nice going on there, too.
Including
Yeah,
the
but
toast, though.
It's not the same thing. Cause I get that stuff down the tubes, and I'm telling you, it's not the same thing. Okay, so just listen, Jeri. We're gonna get some bananas and a to-go container of the chocolate sauce and the sprinkles. Okay? And we'll put together a banana split. And we'll split the banana split when we get the ice cream.
We can get the ice cream just about anywhere.
You would think so.
Thank you. Thank you, Slay.
So that's what I want.
Can do. And you, sir?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need 4 pancakes, medium sized, coated in butter and syrup, a biscuit, hash browns, 3 eggs scrambled hard, toast, white, obviously with the strawberry jelly, and one of those cinnamon rolls looks pretty good. Throw one of those on there.
All right. So no like base components for you to assemble later. Just normal.
I don't know. What do you got?
Well, I've got wheat, yeast. We could give you the components of bread. Anyway,
You got a lot of stuff back there, huh?
just as this waiter starts lipping off, there's a ding, and in walks a young lady, practically drowning in a green sweater. It goes well past her hands, and she keeps having to pull up her sleeves. She nods to, I don't know, whichever one of you knows her. Perhaps all of you. Oh, yes? Oh.
No, I don't know her because she might be hot, and I don't want it to be weird, awkward, previous net energy. You know?
Thing.
So, Slick or Penelope?
I'll have known him before. That's fine.
Yeah. Maybe Celeste is like a regular patron of the library you work at.
Oh yeah, she comes in and she always asks for, the newest romance novels, collections of turgid poetry. No judgment.
Of course not. We do not judge poetry here in Lucid City, be it turgid or otherwise. So Celeste moseys into the booth. She waves away the waiter and she thanks you all for meeting her. She looks as though she has been up for days.
I would like to like be like a comforting presence, and I'll be like, "Excuse me, ma'am. You look slightly discomfited. Are you okay? Is everything all right?"
So she tells you, no, everything is not all right. And she explains that it has been a year since her older brother, Jim, went missing. He always took care of her. He practically raised her. And a year ago, he got super psyched about this training video series he found on YouTube. She asks if any of you have heard about the Ultimate Winners program.
Is this a cult? That sounds like a cult.
She says she wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Does anybody here have experience with the Ultimate Winners Club?
Would that be like I would roll my no?
This would be a
Still?
no, yeah.
Me,
Ooh, I'm really good at that. Let me roll.
I want to roll 2.
Oh no, I went over.
That's okay. As long
I
as
rolled a 4.
I rolled
How
a
much-
nat 20.
Oh, oh wait, that's an 11. Okay, so I made it.
Oh, you made it?
But no, Sako failed.
No.
I
Jeri!
didn't just fail. That was a crit fail.
Oh,
Well, as long as you didn't roll a 1, you didn't crit fail. Because remember, you're supposed
Okay.
rolling over your skill is just like a failure. So in this case, it'd be a nope. You haven't heard. Penelope, you have heard. Perhaps people came into the library asking for books and information. There's this kind of like self-help gurus / corporate training retreat guy named John Gunn, and he is just a real insufferable energy radiating off of this guy. Once a year, he holds a training retreat in this very city. And sure enough, it is coincidentally, signups are tonight to get in.
What's called the Ultimate Winners Club?
Ultimate Winners Club. If you want to be an ultimate winner, join the
And
club.
when's the last time you saw Jim?
So she tells you that it was a year ago today. He joined the club. He signed up. He told her he was gonna, get a better job, make more money and everything. Then he vanished without a trace.
Did anybody touch his accounts?
She kind of looks a little uncomfortable at the question, like she's not really sure how to proceed. And she
Mail,
says,
like, could he have been interacting with the world separately and you got some information?
and she
Or
says,
is it
well,
like zero trace?
well, that's the thing. When I said vanished without a trace, I mean, afterwards, no one had heard of him. There was no proof that he ever existed.
When was the last time that you slept?
He says it's been a while. This being the anniversary of his disappearance, it's all kind of all the memories that came back to her recently.
Re-traumatizing. It's been re-traumatizing for you, I imagine. Very upsetting. I can understand.
I'll give her my seat at the booth and go bring over a chair, and I'll be like, please, I ordered too much food. You should have some of it.
She thanks you and doesn't look
You
super
want some
excited about
coffee or tea
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
water,
coffee would be good.
juice. What else they got here? Milkshake.
bananas.
Individual components.
This is some
It's like dessert hot pot.
They got milk. They got malt. They got ice. Put it all together. What do you got? Well, you need sugar and vanilla too, I guess, in that situation.
it's liquid tube stuff. I want the salads. Oh, but this is for her. It's probably fine.
Yeah, she may not have the same solids v liquids thing that you've got happening.
It's true. Do you think she would like some chia seeds?
Let's ask her.
So while this conversation was happening,
What's her name again?
Celeste.
Celeste.
She begins laying photos on the table, like old family album photos, and it's obvious that the way these photos are, like the blocking of them, like the position of her in every photo, it's always off center. It always looks as if there used to be someone there, you know. It's a little Back to the Future disappearing family photo thing going on here. And she says he used to be in all of these. And since the night he joined the Ultimate Winners Club, it's as if he never existed except for in my memories of him.
Well, I'm glad you came here because Slick, Jeri, and I are experts in this kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, sure. What am I over here, chopping liver?
I was gonna say, your
Well, I'm
pen's
not
right
as
there.
familiar with your work, Penelope. I'd love to hear more about it. Maybe now is a good venue for that, to give our bona fides to our client here.
Well, Celeste knows who I am. She comes in all the time and knows I'm an excellent researcher. And, I know things. I know some things. She nervously puts 2 cubes of sugar in her tea and stirs it exactly 12 times. And then
Just
takes
in
her
one-
spoon on, and then
One
takes her
direction.
in one direction. Yeah. And so Celeste and I know each other. I'm surprised that we move in the same circles. So I'm surprised you haven't heard of me before. To be quite honest, I'm a little offended.
Well, we just have, I have an old man schedule, and I got my my newsstand over there, so I usually come in around 10. You're probably a morning or a night person.
A little of everything. I don't really. Anyway, back to Celeste. Poor Celeste. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear about your brother. That's a terrible news.
She picks up one of the photos and analyzes it. Can I use notice?
I will say you don't even have to roll to see that something is wrong with these photos. Like in a couple of them, it almost looks like she's like hugging the air, the body language is off. It always looks as though it would, like a couple of siblings might have once been in this photo and now there's only one person.
Maybe there's a photo of a ball halfway in the air between the 2 of them or something.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. Like someone just photographed someone playing catch with thin air.
Well, now when your brother sorry to interrupt you, Jeri, when your brother disappeared, on the night he disappeared, was he going to this Winter Circles Club in person? What were the circumstances around his disappearance, I guess is what I'm asking.
And she tells you that, yeah, he had gotten like super hyped about this. He kept saying it was going to change his life. He kept finding success stories on YouTube from people who'd taken the club. The club has a slogan that each time there's one of these retreats that they have 3 winners. And these are like 3 people who just rocketed into success. And he kept saying how he was going to be one of these 3 winners, these ultimate winners. And the last time she saw him, he gave her a hug and just said, the next time you see me, I'm gonna be an all new me. Everything's coming up, Jim.
If I may, Celeste, do you know of anyone else who has lost someone to this phenomenon?
She says, no.
I mean, if these things happen every year, surely Jim can't be the only one.
Well, it does stand the reason that if Celeste is the only person that remembers her brother, then even if she knew someone, that was in the winner's circle and disappeared that she wouldn't remember. The person would be ipso facto ergo erased from reality, as it were.
Unless she had Celeste's remarkable ability to recognize the transformation.
Well, do you remember everything about your brother, or do you just remember that you had a brother?
Excellent point, Slick.
At first, she remembered everything. As time goes on, it's been a year now. It's like her old memories are caving in and being filled in with this new truth that she was an only child. It's like she's starting to lose him.
Okay, I have a theory. I want you to take this napkin, and I want you to write down 3 facts about your brother, and I want to see what happens.
Here, I have a pencil for you. I have a pen, Andy. She pulls one out of her bun.
I think we all attentively watch as she writes these things and maybe eat if the food has arrived yet.
And so she thinks
Take
about it
out
for a minute.
container of chocolate and sprinkles.
Yeah, the food starts coming in as this is going on. So she thinks about it for a minute, and she says he was a complete slob. He'd just like leave his shoes right in the middle of the living room floor, and she'd trip on them when they were kids and drove her crazy. She says he had a weird enthusiasm for reality shows, like more than anyone else. He would get hyped up, and like she never really cared for them, but she'd watch them just so that they could have something to do when they'd get together.
Now, were these your competition style shows or more of a day in the life, Ozzy Osbourne kind of things?
Oh yeah, like American Idol, America's Got Talent, Masked Singer, all that kind of stuff.
The Voice.
Yeah, The Voice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is she writing these things down?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just like total slob, love reality shows, and the third one, massive Pokemon fan. Spent pretty much all available income on Pokemon cards.
I think I look at my companions and I settle on who I think is most likely to know about Pokemon. Which one of you would that be?
Probably me.
So I look at you, Penelope, and I'm like, Penelope, I don't know this to be a fact, but you look like the kind of person that might know something about Pokemon.
I know some things. Pikachu, Venusaur, etc.
Pikachu, that's a Pokemon? I saw there was a film. One of my kids said it was good.
It's okay.
It's a detective. Oh, kind of like us.
Yes. Yeah, kind of.
I'm sorry I interrupted you. You were
Psyduck-
listing Pokemon.
Psyduck was really hilarious in that movie, by the way. I gotta say.
So Celeste,
I take out a pad and I write down Psyduck.
Celeste kind of clears her throat and says, so anyway, the sign-ups are tonight for the Ultimate Winners Club. I was hoping that you could get in there and find out what happened to my brother. And I don't know if other people are disappearing, but if they are, hopefully you could put a stop to whatever is going on. Because I think that John Gunn and his Winners Club have done something to him. I don't know. They've brainwashed him or what, but none of this makes sense.
Well, don't borrow trouble. We don't know for sure that anything is amiss. Supernaturally, this may all have some logical reason behind it. And we'll figure it out, won't we, guys?
Yeah,
Folks,
we'll get to
friends.
the bottom. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Celeste, you have my solemn oath that we will do everything within our power to bring Jim back.
And she grabs like the piece of toast and wishes you all good luck. Real quick.
Going to acquire address and time things.
Yes.
Also get her number. We should have that.
And get her number
Absolutely.
on another napkin. with the
Celeste.
pen.
Is it Celeste? Is that a Ms., a Mrs.? What's going on there?
Ms.
Ms.
Back off, Jeff.
Hey, this isn't Jeff. This is a character completely distinct
I know.
from me in every way.
I know. This vulnerable young woman is missing her brother, and you're.
This is the first I'm hearing she's young.
Oh,
Shit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I must have missed that
my
part.
bad. Yes. She's
That changes everything. If I can objectify her, that makes everything different.
Obviously, there's an age that's respectable. Maybe if she's 40 something, but if she's, younger than that, it's weird.
Yeah. My bad. She's mid-20s. So,
And he's a perfect gentleman.
Good. Is there anything you would all like to do to prepare before you seek out this Ultimate Winners Club?
I would like to watch a few YouTube videos, and she pulls out a very expensive like flip phone or like something really cool, like it shuts down Pokemon Go. I could have spent that stuff, but you know what? This is more important. And she pull up some YouTube and put some, AirPods in and watch a few videos and see if anything strikes her as odd about them.
Absolutely. So you find there's plenty of these like kind of promotional pitch videos from John Gunn and the Ultimate Winners Club. A lot of it is like real basic like hype man stuff. He has these catchphrases that keep coming up. If you're not a winner, you're a loser. The world is full of losers. There's only so many winners though, and you want to be one. There's a lot of stuff about winning. He also, there's an ad for, it looks like just last year, he opened up a new building called the Battlegrounds, which used to be a local community center for disadvantaged youths, and he bought it and turned it into a one night a year only corporate training retreat, so you can be the best you that you can be, and you can be a winner. You also, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say this guy, maybe he seems like a shitheel.
This guy, yeah. I mean, he wears like a white shirt and black tie and business pants, but he carries it like a machete in like a at his hip at all times.
What is he, cutting prices?
He always has his shirt sleeves rolled up. He's got like real intense eyes. You also find evidence of some of his earliest videos have been set to private. And I'll say, if you want to try and roll like a study roll for you doing like additional research, anyone can try that, but it will, of course, as all rolls in this game, be a risk.
So what's the difference between know and study?
Know is more of like you draw on knowledge that you've acquired over the years, and study is more of like a research montage, basically.
If I'm knowing things, I made it.
All right.
Slick could study as a 16 at study, but I
Hell
don't
yeah.
think it makes sense for Slick to study anything.
Here's
on
what
a
I'm
phone.
confabbing with you, and I'm like, why don't you get that iPad out? I pull the iPad out of the bag and I'm like, fire that bad boy up and find us everything you can find out about Jim, his friends, his personal life, where he might have found out about this group, all that stuff. Social media, TikTok.
Whatever the kids are using these days. The face space.
Well, this kid does not mess with social media. I couldn't stand the drama.
Is this the prelude to you contributing something here to this planning session here? You got any secret knowledge rattling around in that brain of yours?
I don't know, do I?
Let's see here. So let me go over to my list of sneaky secrets. I'll say that you maybe you knew someone who worked on the construction of the former community center turned battlegrounds. Maybe you were friends with a construction worker or someone who an architect or something, and the layout is weirdly specific and maze-like. It's like a miniature labyrinth built within. And then did Penelope want to try and research more information on John Gunn or Jim or anything?
Yes, I actually did want to do some research on John Gunn as much as I could. We'll start with Wikipedia and then maybe do a little research on the Ultimate Winners Club website. And I rolled a 2 to study.
Nice. Narrowly missing a doomed roll. Very good.
Oh, that would have been fun, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you uncover, if you dig through like the history of Wikipedia, there are references to YouTube videos that are no longer public. Digging around on the Internet Archive, you find that they were cached there. And some of John Gunn's earliest videos, he would constantly tell stories, real like insulting Goofus and Gallant style tales of his twin brother Timmy. And he, when we were growing up, Timmy was such a screw up, and I did everything right, he did everything wrong. The weird thing is, you can't find any proof that there ever was a Timmy. It's something he used to talk about a lot, and then maybe not so much over the years. Maybe there are some forum posts from people who think that this might just be like a lie he used to tell, kind of like the whole Rich Dad Poor Dad kind of a situation. Something he dropped once he became famous enough for people to look into his history. But yeah, it looks like he at one time claimed to have a brother Timmy, and no longer. And I just want to be open with everyone. As I say this out loud, I realize that there's a very famous person named Tim Gunn. That's not a reference to him, though.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
It's okay. Everyone feel free to call out my names. I do not mind one bit.
It's not Tim Gunn. It's his full name is Timothy
Donatron.
Gun.
Timothenatron Gunn.
Yes.
Their son.
Timothenatron Gunderson.
Gunderson.
Okay.
I wonder why he changed it. It's much better.
Sako put in the chat that we don't know what this guy looks like. Do we know what this guy looks like?
Oh, yeah. So he likes or kind of like business casual, but wears a machete for some reason. Never seen in a jacket, light hair, receding hairline, real intense popped eyes, gaze. And he's just like constantly growling and flexing and yelling. Oh, I'm sorry. No, the brother, because the brother wasn't in any of the photos. We can just say you ask for a description of him. Brother was let's see here, shaggy brown hair. He has like a birthmark on the side of his cheek, and he had like a kind of like a shy smile.
This was the brother that disappeared.
Yeah, Jim.
Fascinating. So you had a friend that sensed the two separate realities as well. So Celeste isn't the only one.
Who are you talking to right now?
Our EMT.
Oh, Jeri. Hi. Hi.
You're the one that knows this. I'm assuming she spills and tells us what she knows.
Oh, I was just saying that we could pretend that came up, because I imagine that would have come up.
Yeah.
You asking for a description?
Yeah,
That wasn't like a
chatting about
psychic
it.
flash or anything.
So yeah, I'll be like, perhaps that's an angle. We could track down other people that are experiencing this schism.
If they even remember.
They even remember.
Do any of us have people that have gone missing in our lives?
You may have known missing persons, but this is the first you've heard of someone seemingly being erased like this.
Yeah.
Could have been Photoshop.
It's not like I had a cousin who disappeared when he was 3, and now I'm like second guessing that or whatever.
It's hard for me to say because technically I'm the missing person.
Let's say we put our thoughts together, and Slick was going to find out anything about Jim that we don't know already.
Jim. What about John Gunn's brother?
Oh yeah, no. You can find no evidence of Timothy Tron ever having existed, which is weird because the name like that is super easy to Google.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, maybe it's, they're half, what is it, Vietnamese, and the middle name is Tron. I don't know.
It could be, yeah.
Could be, yeah. And then did Thickwhistle hop on the iPad, or
he would not be able to do anything, I don't think, without an extreme amount of help. I'm assuming his level of like technology use is going to be like going onto Facebook and typing something in like the post box, like Googling for something, and just post after post of like
Okay, we'll work together. So let's roll our study, and I'll like do all the manual labor.
Okay, well, his study's 16 and he rolled a 10.
And I got a 7.
I failed.
oh no,
Oh.
did you get a 1?
I got a 20.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You're still good. You couldn't
Why
find,
am I rolling my 20s
I know.
now? Come
save these for
on.
Chester.
Yeah, save them for Chester. Like, what the heck?
This is the cruel game that eats all your high rolls.
I know. So evil.
With the two of you teaming up, you can't find a single shred of evidence that Jim ever existed. You're still operating on basically someone's recollections and a bunch of photos of an only child that look a bit off. Ash, do you want to read that out?
Slick's browser history is Google image searches for banana-based desserts.
I just got a mental image of banana-based desserts.
Yeah, my brain is Google imaging inside
Yeah.
its head.
Right.
Inside my brain's head is Google image searches for banana-based desserts.
Banana bread would count, right? Because
Yeah.
that's kind of a
Yeah.
dessert. Yeah, okay. Banana
Yeah.
muffins.
Bananas
Ooh, banana nut
faster.
muffins.
The thing
What's
with
that?
pudding and Nilla wafers and bananas.
That's just banana pudding. But then there's bananas faster with flames. You gotta light it on fire.
Ooh, fire.
Banana daiquiri.
I like fire.
You really shouldn't drink too many banana daiquiris, though. It's not good for your stomach.
No.
Anyway, maybe we should be getting to this Winnecycle Club retreat thingamababa.
How are we supposed to dress?
Well, we're going in losers, right? So it doesn't matter. We can dress however we want.
Hey.
The point is, you go in a loser, you come out a winner, right? That's Winners Club.
Well, I'm dressed perfect then.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Your soggy trench coat. I imagine Slick always looks like a car just drove through a big puddle and just splattered him.
Yep.
Do we want to do a fashion montage? We could go to my place and rummage through the wardrobe. My dead wife had some good coats.
Ooh, Arctic Fox.
Yeah. Also, she was a costume designer, so there's like feather boas and things. Wings.
What kind of scarves does she have?
Oh, so many scarves.
Oh,
I got
my
boxes.
goodness.
Totally going through the boas and the corsets and the fur stoles and all of those things.
Penny's looking for new glasses chains, maybe decorative.
Cool. Yeah, my living room is destroyed. The kitten is playing with the scarves.
Okay, let's get to the spooky stuff.
Let's do it.
Spooky stuff.
I just needed a fashion montage. That's all I need. I had my
course.
banana-based desserts. Then I had a little dress 'em up. I'm in a tuxedo.
Fashion-based montage.
So you make your way to the battlegrounds. I just
With
broke
my feather
pen.
boa.
What the hell?
Also, my hair is slicked up and back like really fancy Sinatra era type hair.
Got some pomade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and a black bow tie.
It's like, what's your pomade situation?
It's
He's
important
gonna
stuff.
go as the loser.
Absolutely.
Yeah, going for it.
So there is a line leading into the battlegrounds, which is completely unmarked. In fact, the lights on the community center are off. If it wasn't for the line leading into it, you might have even missed it. There's about 3 people up ahead in front of you, being greeted by a large fellow with a crew cut and a clipboard in line ahead of you. There's a young guy with a red headband. There's a lady with lovely silver hair. She's about in her 70s, and she's got a floral handbag. And just like some nondescript people that I'm not even going to mention. They're just there for line heads in the crowd.
That's right. Those are extras, folks.
Yes.
They don't get lines. They get paid scale. It's all good.
They're talking to our rhubars for some reason. Quick question. Are you all giving your real names or are you giving assumed identities?
I think we have to go code names on this one.
Code names, please.
I'm Remy Sasswell.
Nice.
Tony Village.
Nice.
Joe Sludge.
Joe Sludge.
That name fits you better than your actual name.
Maybe it is my real name. I don't know.
It's got to be easier to say than Thickwhistle. What
How
about you,
Penelope?
Penelope?
Yasmin, British Village.
Are you and Tony, like, related in some way? It's Tony Village.
Tony, British Village.
Oh, they're completely distinct. They don't share any
Yeah, it's
roots.
hyphenated. It's, perhaps my mother married a village. I don't know. Maybe I am a village. Who can say?
Who can say?
I just like the idea that there's like a rich backstory between Tony and Yasmin. Maybe they met as adults through some kind of genealogy group,
That's one. That's excellent. I like that idea. Let's do that.
Cool.
So the bouncer guy with the clipboard doesn't seem interested in backstories. He just collects a nominal fee and hurries everyone in. As the last of you go into the building, the guy slams the door behind you with a hollow clang. It's exceedingly dark for a pointed moment, and then a a spotlight shines down on there is a sort of gaudy king's throne behind a boardroom desk up on a stage, and then literally lowered from the rafters on a harness is none other than John Gunn, waving his machete triumphantly. He lands and he's kind of perched up on his desk like a surfer, and he looks out at the darkened crowd and he yells, "What's up, losers?"
I whisper to these three, I say, I'm the diversion. Sneak around and find out what's going on. And I say, I'm a loser. And I stand up and put my hands up.
And I go, move, 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 move.
That's what's in the thought bubble, obviously.
Actually, yes. So sneaking off from the crowd will require wait, actually, I'll double check my own game real quick, folks.
Can I use move or?
So I will say this is more of a hide. So move would be like
Oh,
running.
a hide.
And,
Oh, man. Okay.
yeah, it's okay. And you can always spend a point of luck to re-roll and take.
I rolled a 3.
Yes. You hide into that
Finally.
crowd. You're invisible.
I'm invisible.
Who wants to sneak off with Sako?
I will. I rolled a 10 out of 14 for my hide.
Excellent hiding.
Slick does as well, but I'm going to spend a luck point to re-roll this. That's better. Okay. He does. He gets 7 out of 8.
Awesome. The three of you sneak off. We'll get to you in just a moment. I will say, Jeff, John Gunn, he points to you and he says, yeah, you look like a loser. Why don't you tell us all why you feel like a loser?
Okay, do they have a guy with like a handheld mic?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the handheld mic from him and I'll pat him friendly like on the shoulder and walk past him down the aisle and I'll be like, the thing is, I've always been shy around women. And I'm walking towards the stage and I'm like, something about it. And I'm like winking and pointing at the ladies as I walk down the aisle. And I'm like, I couldn't catch a break. You know, they come to the stand. I get a little banter going. But once you know it, they're married or they've got somebody special in their life. And I'm getting older, you know, I've been widowed now for about a year. And is there stairs? Can I get up onto the stage?
I think your
Security much?
fearless self-bashing is impressive, even for this crowd. And yes, you are allowed up on stage to continue parading yourself.
Right on. So I'll say, and I'll look out at the crowd and I'll look over at him and I'll be like, John Gunn has changed my life. I feel like the more I learn about this guy, the more I feel good about myself. John, please, am I good enough to be a winner?
Okay, Jeff, I am going to need a charm roll at this point.
Oh, I'm good at these.
I'm not.
Better you than me, sugar.
Yeah, I rolled an 8. I have a 14 charm.
Excellent. So, yeah, your brash self-deprecation has won him over, and you're allowed to speak at length about how great he is and how garbage you are. Meanwhile, so the three of you are sneaking off backstage. There is you catch sight of there's this kind of like neon blue labyrinth. It's like foam dark blue navy walls made out of almost like yoga mat material, lined with bright green neon. Looks unoccupied at the moment. You could investigate there. There's also staff rooms and a cafeteria. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm really glad I'm colorblind. Very grateful today. I say we go for the maze.
Well, do we want to stick together or do we want to split up?
Splitting up seems more efficient, but more dangerous.
Yeah.
Out of character, I think you should stick together.
Let's
We should
split up.
stick together.
No, let's stick together.
Okay.
All right, let's figure out what this maze thing is.
Oh, time check. Normally we'd wrap and go into like plugs and stuff around 8:15, 8:20.
Oh yeah.
If
I
anyone
guess-
would like to extend it, of course, we'd have to check in with the group.
I mean, I think this is probably either going to have to be a two-parter, or we could just call it an unsolved mystery.
Oh man.
I'd be willing to make this a two-parter. Why don't we keep going until we can get to a nice stopping point where something dramatic is about to happen,
Yeah.
and then we can close out.
And then yeah, we can do plugs next time. Folks,
People, know how to
thanks for
find us.
listening. Thanks for supporting us.
No, I
Tell
mean,
all your friends.
let's keep rolling until we get to a
Yeah. So tell your friends about us, share us on social media, and shoot us an email at shatteredworldspod@gmail.com. All right. Let's move to an exciting conclusion.
All right. So you make your way through the labyrinth. There's a number of dead ends, and it looks almost like games that are set up. At one point, you come across like a climbing wall, like in a gym. All the handholds are painted neon green, still on the dark navy blue. Eventually, you make your way to the center of the maze. It's a wide open area, about the size of a large living room, we'll say. Especially after the narrow walls, it's a bit of a nice change. In the center of the room is something about the size of a microwave on a pedestal, and it is covered in a dark cloth. You have no idea what's under there. What would you like to do?
I would like to uncover the thing.
Yes.
So you whip off the cover, and inside, it almost looks like a bird cage, but the bars look more like an old uncleaned barbecue grill. They've got that kind of like gross black corrosive drippings on them. There is a smell of like dried blood inside.
Gasps.
There's a little bird swing, like a perch. There's no bird, but then it starts rocking back and forth.
Covers it back up.
After a moment, the cage begins to rise up into the air. That's spooky.
That's disturbing.
We can. That looks like a good spot.
Although we got the Sammy thing in the chat.
Oh yeah. You saw? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay, so as the thing starts to rise, our friends look all spooked. Camera rises upstairs, and we see me lean in real close to John and hold the mic away, kind of covered. And I say, "Where's Jim, Johnny?"
Ooh. I like it.
Dun.
Dun-dun. All right. Well, that was fun. Thanks for playing, everybody.
Yay.
Yay.
This is exciting. Let's do this again soon.
Yeah, I think I'm being a little maybe over enthusiastic, but I think we should get AJ in next Thursday that we're playing and drop AJ in and finish this up. But that's my opinion. That's
That'd
just
be
where
cool.
I'm at. So it's up to everybody
Yeah, we'll
else.
see. We'll see how everybody's doing. Yeah, this is exciting. You have a
Jayme.
great game here, Jayme. Lucid
This is
City.
fantastic. Yeah.
It's tremendous. As long as we're here, let's do likes. Do you have any likes today from your fellow players?
Oh my God, Slick's voice.
Slick's voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's magic.
It's magnificent. It's magic.
It's like butter.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
It's like butter, kind of like in a blender, kind of at a slow.
with the
Bananas.
hair sticking out of it.
And a banana.
Yeah, with the hairy banana.
Slick, say hairy banana for us.
Hmm. You know, out of all the compliments I've ever received, that's definitely one of them.
Brilliant stuff. Jeri, so excitable. I loved it.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes, Jerry's
why,
very
thank
cute.
you.
Yeah.
And we found a way to deconstruct the banana split. That was awesome.
And also we have this uber interesting mystery. I'm
Yeah.
Mm,
looking
yes.
looking forward to hopefully figuring out what this brother looks like, or maybe like she can see auras or some wacky shit like that. I don't know. But so that solving that is going to be interesting, I think. Yeah.
And I like our brave and slightly sassy new librarian
Yeah,
companion
yeah.
as well.
Penelope Margarine.
Yes.
Wishes for next time. I would like to get into a fist fight with John Gunn, or I guess a cane fight, because I have a cane.
Machete versus cane. You could like have like a Errol Flynn moment on the stage.
Well, considering my fight is an 8 out of 20, I'm not sure. I think I'll be making a failure look good. Yeah, good looking loss.
So we have a sword fight wish.
Yeah.
Oh. Can we retcon that my cane is a sword cane because my wife was a costume designer and she just had it lying around?
I think having a sword cane is going to be a bit of an alter situation, because I don't think you had a sword cane a minute
I'll write
ago.
that down.
Yeah.
I'll write that on my notes.
Well, they do
Sword
make
cane
like
alter.
self-defense, like walking canes. They're not like sword canes. They're just like reinforced walking canes. So
Mhm.
you know,
So they
old
turn
man
into
gets-
guns.
Yes. No. They're just like reinforced, you know. So like if the old man or woman gets attacked, you can hit somebody with it,
Hell
and
yeah.
they don't like, bend and fall apart.
Yeah, I need a sturdy ass whooping cane.
Exactly. That's what
Absolutely.
That's what they're called. Yes, that's the official brand name.
they are. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Get grandma a sturdy ass whooping cane this Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Trademark.
Yeah.
Sturdy. The only ass whooping cane you'll ever need.
The Bone Breaker.
It's our bloodiest model.
You followed it. You can't get up, punk.
Whoosh.
Excellent.
I would like more spooky shit. That's
More spooky.
more spooky shit.
If we weren't such talkers,
Unspecified. I
we
know.
probably would have gotten to the spooks a little earlier.
That's okay.
Well,
We had to establish character and tone. Apparently, our tone is Three Stooges, Mr. Burgers.
Oh, God.
yeah.
This is Abbott and Costello and their two friends meet Frankenstein.
Exactly.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to part 2, and I'm glad you're all having fun.
Yay.
This is
I
fantastic.
love all your characters.
Hell yeah. If you'd like to see more of these characters, 3 of us, Kristy, Sako, and I, have an episode in the Patreon feed. So go over to patreon.com/shatteredworldsrpg, and you can find all kinds of great stuff over there, including all the back issues of Ash's Rise of the Defiler / Return of the Defiler. I've got a Doctor Who thing going on in there, all kinds of great stuff. So check that out. I guess we need a good way to end this one. Lucid City. Oh, tell people how to find your game.
You can find Lucid City on my game page at Brandoff, brandoff.itch.io. And it's free. Go there, download free games, enjoy.
Yay.
That's wonderful.
Yay, free
What a
games.
mitzvah. You're doing God's work there, Jayme. I'm trying out some nicknames for you.
I'll take
that's
it.
The first one.
Out of all the nicknames I've been given, that is one of them.
If I ever have to get past a bouncer with a clipboard, I'll just tell him I'm Jayme.
Yeah.
Jayme.
It's really close to James Bond. Maybe if you say it fast, they won't
Bo,
notice.
James Bo.
Jabo.
J-Bo. Anyway.
He's Jabo now.
Listener, thank you for listening, and we will catch you all next time on the far side of the Lucid City.
Slick should say Lucid City.
Shout out to Space Knife for letting us use their track, I'm Taking Off, Shield Your Eyes, from their Into the Black Hole EP. Thanks, Space Knife. Keep it rolling.
I'm taking off.
I got a secret message from Jayme. It says Jaybo is my martial arts aerobics program.
I would sign up for that.
Martial arts aerobic program in Lucid City.